Hi, good morning. Today is Wednesday, January 27th. I am 21 days into 2021 and staying true to my intentions. I am intentionally finding things that bring me peace, that give me joy and contentment. I continue and I'm committed to starting my day with being thankful, grateful, giving thanks to God for all the things that He has done to bless my life, to keep me safe, to keep me happy, fulfilling all of my needs, things like that. I have been intentional on, trying to learn and to grow. I start every day with a prayer, um, followed by reading the Bible. I love going through these Bible verses and just getting inspiration to start my day. It's always good to get reminders of how to be thankful and to be intentional about being joyous and thankful and kind and all of those other things, to be blessing to other people so that you can continue to be blessed. It's this cycle of life. Do good unto others and good will fall upon you. So I truly believe that. I finished my book, T.D. Jakes' Destiny. I just read the last chapter, so I am ready to go. Also did 2 rounds of yoga. I did day 27 of Yoga with Adriene, her True series. So 3 days left there, and then I did another, I think it was day 4 of a feet up trainer yoga. And so that really focused on, doing some inversions, and it focused on the other upper body and kind of stretching it out and getting loose and limber. So that I found very challenging and enjoyable today. And then I made myself a vegan breakfast, and here I am. And so I did want to share some things that I've been thinking about. I started out this year wanting to be intentional, and I had mentioned that this is really a milestone year, kind of a potential hurdle that I needed to cross, that I was concerned about in the beginning, and I was saying that I'm pretty confident that I have figured out how to navigate my life in a way that this hurdle or this obstacle or this milestone that will come my way, that I can actually get past it without any problem or adversity, and that I won't trip and fall. And so that was really my motivation for being so intentional about the things that I'm doing, so that I can, have balance in my life, and I can utilize coping skills to balance out good stress from bad stress, not taking on more that I can handle, really pacing myself, setting boundaries, all of those things, because I don't want to trip and fall. I don't want to have, any type of relapse with mental health issues. And so that's my motivation each and every day. And so really for 2021, I want to stay steady. But I hit this 8-year milestone in January, and January is almost done. And so I was kind of feeling good about it. There have been days that I felt a little bit anxious, and last week, over the weekend, I got word that someone that I know that has had some of the same challenges that I've had in the past had a relapse. And there was a part of me that kind of almost felt like making it my problem. Like, I needed to get in and I needed to get involved and I needed to say, oh, let me help you. And I had to resist that temptation and say, hey, it was just by chance that I even found out. I wasn't supposed to know. And so I'm going to pray for that person, and I'm going to just keep going. And yesterday, I touched base with another person who said, hey, 3 years ago today, this happened and you helped me, and thank you. And so I was reminded once again, I was like, okay, I'm focusing on myself and getting through this, not having to deal with it coming up in my life again. And now I've got 2 other people that I care about, one that is experiencing it again, one that's reflecting back on, hey, this is also a milestone year for me. And remembering that with the second person that I did do a lot to help them, I kind of jumped in and in kind of a way was like, hey, I'm the only one that can help you. I'm the only one who can do this. And that type of wanting to jump in and to help and to rescue and to make somebody else's problem my problem, and feeling as though I need to do this, it's a blessing to be able to do that, and it's a strength to be able to help someone in crisis. But that desire or willingness to always make yourself available to help somebody else that's in need, that's in crisis, and to put all your energy into it, even at your own expense, it's also a danger as well, I think, from a mental health perspective anyway. And so I have just been thinking about that, and I was reminded of a lesson that I learned a long time ago. And it was a story, I don't know, I definitely haven't shared it in this on this YouTube channel, so I'll share it. And it doesn't have anything to do with this specifically, but it can apply. So years ago, I went to a baby shower, and it was my daughter's. It was a long time ago because my daughter's like 30 years old now. And so she was in 5th grade, and she had her 5th grade teacher was getting married and was having a bridal shower. And I went to the bridal shower, and it was the first bridal shower that I had ever attended that was at church. And one of the women, she got up and, did I say bridal shower? It is bridal shower. I hope I didn't say baby shower, so if I did, forgive me. Bridal shower. This woman got up and, she read some verses out of the Bible, and it kind of talked about being a virtuous woman. And she was kind of educating us on what it meant to be a virtuous woman in marriage. And her advice was, when you're speaking about your husband to anyone, no matter who it is, only say good things about them, about your husband. And when you are speaking to your husband, only say things to him that are positive and encouraging to him. Say things that will make him feel good, that will build him up, lift him up, motivate and encourage him. But never speak any negativity to him. Don't criticize or anything like that. And so, then she was also saying, and it's not that you won't have any criticism, it's not that he'll be perfect, and that you're not entitled to think, oh, I wish that he would do this, or I wish that he would change, or, that you have some desire for something, for him to show up in a different kind of way. It's okay for you to think that, but you just can't disclose that truth to him or to your family or to your friends or to anybody that may know him and be able to communicate something to him, any living person. But what you can do is you can say your prayers every day. And every day, whatever it is that you're wanting, whatever it is that you think that your husband is struggling with, whether or not he needs to be more motivated, he needs to get a new job, whatever it is, you can ask for God. You can talk to God and you can ask for whatever it is that you want, and you can put your faith in him to change that situation. And it kind of talked about, this woman talked about the reason that you need to do this is because, it only takes one bad word, one criticism. Like, you could give your husband 1,000 compliments and you can build him up and he could just be feeling good. And you say one little thing that's a criticism and you can take them all the way down to 0 and just crush him. And so you don't want to be that type of person that's going to crush somebody. And so I thought, wow, that's a good idea, but boy, is that hard. And I remember trying to apply it in my own relationship. And when I would do that and I had that mindset, things just got better and better. But over time, I just found that it was hard to keep it up because we're always inclined to say what we think and to communicate directly. But so now it's years past, and I realized that lesson can't, it's wonderful in a relationship, with your husband, your partner, whatever, but that's just good advice, period. We as individuals have a hard time taking criticism. Sometimes we can be stubborn, we don't want to listen, we don't want anybody telling us what to do, those type of things. And so we may be resistant just because we feel like somebody is trying to control what it is that we're doing. And so what I've realized for myself is that, one, God is in control. Need to never forget that. 2, that it's not necessary for me to use my strength and my will and my determination to impact somebody else's situation. I got to concern myself with me and what it is that I'm in control of and what it is that I can control myself. So I can control what I do and what I say and my choices. I can't necessarily control the impact that those things are going to have on other people. I can't necessarily control how other people are going to see me. And I definitely can't control what other people are going to think, the choices they're going to make, the things that they're going to do. I can share my thoughts and my experiences with anyone that wants to listen. And if there are things that they can glean from my experience and apply to their life, as a lesson learned for them, then great. But it's not for me to dictate to you what choices you make. It's not for me to say, you should do this, you should do that. That's not my call. That's not my purpose in life. And so I can be helpful to people without having to submerge myself into other people's problems. I can, so for this person that had this struggle, that had this relapse, that I care about, what I'm going to do and what I have been doing is praying for them fervently every day, right? That God will heal them, that God will give them whatever inspiration they need, to get through whatever it is that they're struggling with, for God to surround them in love, to give them direction, to give them what it is that they need to get through, and trust that God will see them through. And it doesn't actually require me to submerge myself into somebody else's problems. It doesn't require me to even to need to know what the particulars of those situations are, right? You know, the fact that I care, and the fact that I will pray for them, and the fact that I will allow my faith and my belief and my trust in God to impact their life in a positive way, that's good. And that actually, it allows me to care. It allows me to give something of myself that can be beneficial, but it does no harm, right? It doesn't put that other person in a position where they feel like, oh, you're all in my business, but they benefit from the care. You know, it allows me to feel good about what it is that I do while respecting the boundaries of others and trusting and believing that God is going to take care of things. So that is my reflection on things, and in helping me get through my milestone year, and helping me to resist the temptation of doing things that are, you know, in a way that might actually put my own health and my own, you know, my own mental health at risk, right? This approach helps me to be caring and helpful and thoughtful and loving, but while remaining peaceful, right? So that's my approach. That's my share for today. So power of prayer is real. Belief in God is real. God is in control, and everything will be well. It's my share for today. I hope you all have a very blessed day. Bye.